Guys, it's the Coaster Battleman here, bringing you an awesome coaster countdown of the top 9 roller coasters at Alton Towers. I wish Alton Towers had 10 coasters, then it'd be a more round number for top 10 coasters. But this is an amazing coaster countdown, and I'm going to see which coasters at Alton Towers are the best. Number 9 is the Octonauts Roller Coaster Adventure. This is a kid's coaster. This is about it, so that's why it's going into last place. Number 8 is Runaway Mine Train, the mine train out of the park. This is a powered mine train, and it isn't an aero mine train either. It's a pretty small mine train. It goes through some caves, and this is an okay ride. Number 7 is Spinball Wizard. This is a spinning coaster, and it's the spinning coaster of the park. You get that spinning element when you're on the Spinball Wizard. And the name is kind of weird, but still. This is a pretty good spinning coaster. It's good for the families, and overall it's a pretty good coaster. Number 6 is 13. This is a family coaster. It's similar to Verbolten in some ways, with that indoor element. And overall, this is a very solid ride with some solid theming. It replaced the Vekoma looping coaster Corkscrew, which is now there's part of the ride is still at Alton Towers as a sculpture right by the front entrance. But we're not talking about Corkscrew. We're talking about 13 and coasters that have operated at Alton Towers. Number 5 is the B&M Dive Coaster Oblivion. This is an awesome B&M dive coaster. It has the insane drop that everyone loves, and this is the original dive coaster. It may not be too large after the drop, but the drop is what makes this coaster a very good, intense coaster. Number 4 is the Intamin Launch Coaster Rita. This is a smaller Intamin Launch Coaster when it comes to height, but overall this coaster is very intense, has the intense turns and speed, and overall, it's a very solid ride. Number 3 is Nemesis, and a lot of people could argue with me that Nemesis is the best coaster at Alton Towers, or at number 2, but I'm personally not the biggest fan of B&M inverts, but I consider this one of the best B&M inverts out there. It's similar to some B&M inverts because the stats aren't that good. It's kind of small with height, but the drop's a decent drop. It goes 50 miles an hour. But this coaster is very intense, is what I've heard from tons of coaster enthusiasts. The inversions are awesome. And overall, this is a very solid ride. It could use a bit more of elements, maybe one more or two more inversions. But still, this ride is very intense and very fun. Number 2 is Smiler, and this coaster is a very awesome coaster. The only problem with this ride is that it got so many accidents in most recent years since 2013, so it is kind of bad that this coaster has been having major accidents, but I think for 2016 there won't be any accidents with the Smiler. And overall, the Smiler has 2 lift hills, and a mind-blowing 14 inversions, and the theming for this ride is pretty creepy but cool. And what is number 1 is Galactica, the B&M Flying Coaster. This is the original B&M Flying Coaster, and it actually has a cool element that is similar to a pretzel loop, but you can't find it on too many B&M Flying Coasters. After the drop, it goes into this pretzel-like element where it's not a pretzel, but you're laying on your back. It's a very cool element on Galactica, and there's a few other inversions. The turns are pretty good, and there's going to be virtual reality on this ride, new for 2016, so I think this is a very good coaster. The theming is awesome for this ride. It's themed to outer space, and overall, this is one of the best B&M flying coasters in the world. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.